Hello and welcome back to A Little Less Lisa. I am Lisa and I am currently on a weight loss journey. I take compounded TIRZEPATIDE and I just completed week 15 on my journey. So yeah, I've got some notes here. I will let you know how the weigh-in went, some not so great things, some really not so great things, and some great things. The whole gamut. So anyway, let's get into how this week went. So as you saw from the thumbnail, the title of this video is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So I guess I will go in that order. So let's talk about the good. And some of you are going to be very happy then, because the good is what my weigh-in was. So I know that some people hate it when people drag it out until the end. Lucky for you, if that's all you want to know, then I guess you can just click off this video. But I hope you stay because, like I said, there is a bad and then there is an ugly. So I think those are things worth hearing. So just as a reminder, I am still taking 5 milligrams of compounded TIRZEPATIDE. For those of you who may be interested or don't know, I get my compounded TIRZEPATIDE through Friday's Health. If you are looking yourself to start a journey or you are looking to switch to a telehealth company, I have a whole video on why I switched to Friday's Health. So if that's something that interests you, first of all, I'll put that video up in the card so you can check that out. That goes into a lot more detail. But if this is a journey or something that you are interested in and you want to save a little money, I do have a discount code LISA that you can use at checkout to save $20 on your first month. So like I said, I'm on 5 milligrams. I just received actually my new refill from Friday's Health. And mine does come from Hallandale Pharmacy, just as an FYI. I know some people like to know that. I certainly like to know that. And it came, beautifully packaged. I know that there have been some discussions in Facebook groups and things about some of the other telehealth providers and other pharmacies that have not been getting their medication to their patients cold. And obviously we're in the middle of summer, right? And so it is very, very hot and you want to make sure that your medicine arrives still cold, right? And I know that that has been an issue. Like I said, there was not any problem with mine. There was more than enough ice packs in there and it came, like I said, just refrigerator cold, which was great. So yeah, I just took my first dose out of that vial today or yesterday, which was my weigh-in day, so that was fine. Last week I gave it in my right stomach. So if you, just as a reminder, last week I lost 0.4 pounds. And I mentioned that I wonder if I might be sort of in a pattern because 2 weeks prior to that, I had lost, I think, 0.4 pounds. And then the next week, I lost 2.4 pounds. So, averaging that out, about 1.5 pounds, whatever, a week. Last week, I lost 0.4 pounds. And I thought, I wonder if I'll see the same pattern or, maybe it's just I'm getting close to my goal. And so it's just going to be slower going. So I was actually pretty surprised. I kind of stayed at the same weight. And by the way, I will get into my weight. Maybe I'll do that at the very end of the video. A little something to keep you here. So I stayed kind of at the same weight for the first few days. And then I think I dropped maybe like 0.4, 0.6 pounds, something like that. And I got on the scale the day before, so on Wednesday, and I had dropped and was down, I think like 1.6 pounds, something like that total. And then my weigh-in day, I was actually, it wasn't that I was concerned. I don't know if you guys are like this, but sometimes I feel like before I get on the scale, I'm like, I don't think this is going to be good. Like I don't know that I thought I gained, but I didn't know if I would lose anymore. Anyway, let's just cut to the chase, Lisa. That's what the people want to know. So as of yesterday, Thursday, I lost 2.6 pounds. So I did continue the pattern of little loss, bigger loss, little loss, bigger loss, which then leads me to think that next week will be little again, but obviously we'll see next week. And that brings me to a total of 40 pounds lost, which means that I have hit my goal. Yay! Yeah, I was shocked when I got on the scale yesterday. Like I said, I really didn't think that I would have lost like another pound. Like I said, I can't even remember what I ate the day before, but just I think kind of based on what I ate, and I think it had more sodium and things, I just thought, it's not going to be any more. So yeah, I was absolutely dumbfounded when I stepped on the scale. Obviously, happily surprised, but surprised. So what are my plans now that I have technically hit my goal? I probably will lose a few more pounds just to kind of give me some wiggle room of, some fluctuation. I don't know that I would like to fluctuate up from this number, so I may try to lose, like I said, maybe another 2 or 3 pounds, something like that. Nothing drastic by any means. So I did take my full dose yesterday. I took that in my left stomach, I guess, since I took it in my right stomach last week. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I did step on the scale this morning as I normally do, and I hadn't lost anything. So I stayed the same, exactly the same from yesterday to today, which is fine. That's totally cool. Like I said, if I had to predict, I'll probably lose 0.4 pounds this week because that appears to be how the pattern goes. So anyway, so yeah, really, really excited about that. I guess just to talk about some other good things, let's talk about some non-scale victories. For those of you who follow me on my other channel, you know that it is the Nordstrom anniversary sale right now. So I got to start shopping on Tuesday. And let me tell you guys, it is a lot more fun to try on clothes when you are happy in your body. And please know that is not me criticizing people in any size body. It's a matter of how you feel in your own body. And I wasn't happy in my body before. And so just trying on clothes, it just made me feel so much better. And I wasn't like squeezing into things and thinking, oh gosh, I really only want to be this size, but it's really, really tight and I should really go up a size, and okay, but I really don't want to buy something in that size. And it's just a whole different world, like I said, when you are shopping in a body that you are happy with. So that was great. I will probably cover in another video the topic of body dysmorphia, but it's definitely a real thing. And I think most people who are on a weight loss journey deal with some type of body dysmorphia at some point. So yeah, it was such a pleasure. It really was. It just, pretty much everything I put on fit. There were things that were too big, and so I was working with a personal stylist, and so I would ask her to get me smaller sizes, which was, amazing. I was fitting into sizes that I definitely think that they're vanity sized because I'm not that size, but it was still nice. But I'm happy, like I said, in the body I'm in right now. So let's move on to the bad before we get to the ugly. So the bad is that I had 2 goals last week. One was to consistently every day hit my protein goal, and 2 was to get maybe not to my my calorie deficit minimum or minimum, whatever, anyway. But at least get a lot closer than I have been. I failed on both of those goals. And part of it, honestly, was, again, if you are coming from my other channel, you'll know that I've not felt great for the past few days. My stomach has really been bothering me since Wednesday, basically. And so I really had a hard time eating on Wednesday. And then Tuesday, again, if you came from my other channel, you know that I just did not do a very good job of eating that day. That was the day that I was shopping, and I did take my protein coffee with me, but unfortunately I was focused on shopping and not eating. And so basically by the time I had gotten home, I had had half of a protein bar for 100 calories and my protein coffee. So basically 260 calories by about 6 o'clock in the evening, which is not a good way to try to meet your calorie threshold and get in 100 grams of protein. Now, granted, I did at least already have 40 grams of protein. I was doing sort of okay on the protein on Tuesday, but I was certainly never going to get to 1,200 calories. So yeah, that was the bad thing. So here's the ugly. I am dealing with some pretty severe hair loss, which is never fun. Not totally unexpected, although, you know, I do feel like I do eat a good amount of protein, but to be honest with you, the rate at which I lost this weight is probably what caused it. Now, I will tell you, I was trying everything in my power to avoid this. I was taking collagen. Not for the whole time, but I have been taking like a daily vitamin and then a biotin supplement for probably the last 8 weeks or so. I'm very, very gentle with my hair. When I brush it, I'm very cognizant of, starting at the bottom and working my way up. I generally don't pull my hair back a lot because again, that can cause breakage, etc. But when I washed my hair Monday night, it was literally clumps. I mean, I have never seen so much hair coming out of my head and it was a little scary. And then I got out of the shower and I'm thinking, okay, well, I had all that hair that just came out as I washed my hair. And then, I put it in a microfiber, towel to let it, soak up some of the excess water. And I very gently took out the towel. And again, I put in some leave-in conditioner before I started brushing through it. And again, very, very gently, because your hair is most susceptible to damage and breakage while it's wet. It's at its most vulnerable when it's wet. And I was brushing or combing. I think I was only using a wide tooth comb too. I mean, so something like I said, I really, really am trying. And it just, again, I was getting huge amounts of shedding. So yeah, that's not fun. I know it will be a temporary thing. I did get some like clip-in extension that are just really, they're literally just for volume. So I just usually now, I'm not wearing them now, but I have been, and it's just literally like 1-2 clip weft over here, and I'm only literally putting them on the sides just to give myself a little more fullness. And they're clip-in, so I wear them maybe for a few hours during the day if I'm going out or something, and not even all the time. So maybe a couple times a week. So I did get those, so hopefully that'll help. The other thing I did purchase, which was definitely an investment, was the Hair Max. And I will do a video about it 3 months from now or so, or 4 months after I've been using it, 3 times a week. I should have brought it to show you guys, but it's a laser treatment and it is supposed to stimulate hair growth. My understanding is that biotin doesn't really help new hair grow, although I also am taking a hair supplement that has minoxidil, so that also should help stimulate new hair growth. So I'm hoping that with that prescription, in addition to the Hair Max, that I will, start seeing some new regrowth, more consistently. But that biotin only helps the hair that you have a longer life cycle. So, your hair goes through phases, right? It goes through a growth phase, and then it goes through a shedding phase, and then it lays dormant for a bit, that follicle, and then it will start growing again. So my understanding is that really the only thing that biotin does is prolongs that growth phase. So your hair can actually grow longer on biotin, but it's not going to grow in thicker, right? Because it's not helping your follicles make hair that maybe wasn't growing anymore. Hopefully all that made sense. Anyway, I'm doing what I can. Like I said, I am trying to be very, very gentle with my hair, but it was a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. When I was in the shower, it literally was like 2 handfuls of hair. And that was scary, and that was definitely ugly. So I think that's kind of what I want to say for my check-in. I had a comment on a video, it was a couple weeks ago. I don't remember if it was on my check-in video or if it was on some other video. And the person asked about my starting weight and my current weight and why I don't talk about them. And I did answer the question, actually. I did give her the information that she was looking for, and I realized, and I explained in that comment, and I think it was sad as I typed it out. I think that the reason that I didn't give my starting weight was because I knew that people were coming over from my other channel to support me over here, which I love you and thank you so much. And I was embarrassed. I'm just going to say it. I was embarrassed by the number, and that makes me sad, because it's not like I feel like those people were going to judge me for that number. It's totally how I felt, right? It's nothing that they did or said or anything like that. This is totally an internalization of me, right? It's how I'm feeling about it. And I was worried that if this didn't work, okay, if I took this medication and I still was not able to lose weight, that I would have put that number out there for no reason. And I know that sounds stupid, and I know, like I said, that it sounds stupid, because like I said, I don't feel any judgment from anybody, and I don't think that I would receive any judgment from anybody. It was just me being afraid to share in case I failed. And like I said, I think that's sad. But that's also why I didn't share or tell anybody that I was doing this, including my husband, by the way. Obviously my children still don't know, and they won't know because I don't talk about these things with them. I don't think that's appropriate. But yeah, I didn't even tell David that I was taking this medication until I think like the 5th week or so. But yeah, just because I was afraid. I was afraid that it wouldn't work. Anyway, so with that, I will share. So when I started the medicine, I weighed 183.8. Sorry, forgot the 0.8. That puts me now at 143.8. Also, I don't know that I've ever shared this. I'm 5'6" and a smidge. I used to be 5'6¾", and so I always said I was 5'7", and then I went down to like 5'6½", and then I was sort of saying I was 5'6½", but when I went to the doctor in May, I was closer to 5'6". So 5'6", I guess, is it? But hopefully that answers your questions. So there you are. Starting weight, current weight, 40 pounds lost. So before I let you go, my goals for this week. Really focusing on adding more calories into my diet. I actually got, I should have mentioned this, I bought a variety pack of this. It's called Seek, SEEQ. If I can, I can link it. I'll link it below. I got it directly from their website. I think maybe you can get it on TikTok Shop. I don't know. But it's a protein powder, but it's a clear protein powder. So you just mix it with water, and it's like drinking, for those of you who put Crystal Light in your water or Mio. But I was finding that in order to really get enough protein, I would have to drink like a Fairlife drink. And I was doing that kind of at the end of the day, and it just is a little too heavy for me. And while it's a great way to get my protein, it just filled me up so much, and I just didn't want to do that. This is super light. So it literally is just like drinking water to me. So I'm really excited about that. In fact, yesterday was the first day that I drank it because it had just arrived. And I tried, I think it was like the blue raspberry. Highly recommend the blue raspberry. And I drank it, and so I think I was well over 100 grams of protein yesterday. Didn't hit my caloric goal, but I did hit my protein. So I'm really hoping that those will help me. I've already ordered actually an actual like tub of the blue raspberry. I liked it so much. Today I had, I think it was like watermelon something. Not a fan of that. It was way too sweet. And I mean, I don't mind sweet things, but it was way too sweet. So I had 3 other flavors. It was a 5-pack. I think there's like a mango something, and maybe a strawberry lemonade and a fruit punch. Yeah, those are the other 3. So I will try those for the next few days, but I'm really hoping that that will really help me get my protein. There are 100 calories for 22 grams of protein. So that's a great protein to calorie ratio. Very happy with that. So I'm hoping that that helps. So definitely think that the protein goal will be much easier for me to attain this week. And as far as calories go, I'm gonna say that I am aiming for at least 1,000. I still don't think that I'm gonna be in order for me to eat that many calories, I really have to eat like more fatty or whatever, and that makes me sick. I don't know. I need to find some other nuts that I can eat. I bought the unsalted by accident cashews. I don't like those. So I need to get some other nuts, but because that really did help, because that definitely bumps up the calories significantly. Anyway, like I said, so I think I'm gonna try to set a more attainable goal for me at this time, especially given that I'm still on 5 milligrams. I would like to talk to my provider about, now that I've hit my weight loss goal, even though I'm, like I said, I may lose another couple more pounds, how I go about doing my maintenance dosing. Do I titrate back down to 2.5? Do I start stretching out my shots? I don't know what that's gonna look like, but like I said, for now, I took my regular shot and we'll see what happens. Like I said, my prediction is that I will lose 0.4 pounds this week because that's what I've been losing on the alternate weeks. So yeah, I think those are my goals. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It does super duper help the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, I don't know where we'll be tomorrow when I post this video, but as of today, I don't know, earlier today, I was sitting at 999 subscribers. One more, guys. I just need one more for 1,000. So if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you know when I upload videos. If you have not had enough of me yet, there'll be another video over here for you to watch. And remember, kindness and hate spread the same. The choice is yours. I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.